What's up, guys? We're back again. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for clicking. If you're new to the channel, we are working on Dan's 03 Cobra. We are on day 6. We're on weekend 3 working on Dan's Cobra. And we didn't really bring you a whole update. We're packing up for the evening. We got the trans out. It did have a bad throwout bearing. All lubricated. Always use lube. This red synthetic stuff works really well. Don't use that white lithium grease. None of that cheap shit. That just goes away in no time. One heat cycle. But he also has an MGW shifter instead of the Pro 5.0. So we're getting rid of the Pro 5.0, putting this MGW one on it. That's pretty much. Oh, we got a Stifler transmount and a poly transmount to go along with that.
And then bronze shifter bushing. Yeah, new throw bearing already covered. That's it for the trans.
That's it for the trans stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any build on that until
adjustable later. Quadrant.
Right, yeah.
Or firewall adjuster, adjustable quadrant.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it.
And then we did Wonder Racing head cooling mod, which in the car is a little bit of a pain in the ass.
We'll post some pictures like right now. There's a picture.
So we got that done. It was a little bit of a hassle, but again, it'll pay off. Save me a motor for now. And then what else?
He's downplaying it a little bit. It was a huge pain in the ass. And we have 2 gallons of coolant on the ground. And if you work on your own car, you know that antifreeze is the worst liquid fluid that's ever in a vehicle ever. So, but now it's done and now it's okay. Now tomorrow we're gonna put the trans back in it. And you guys will see that update on this same video. We got a Harbor Freight engine hoist. So it'll just hold the engine. What's it called? It's not a hoist.
Engine stand.
It's an engine holder. And it's gonna hold the engine up. We're gonna drop the K-member underneath it, put the coilovers, K-member, all that stuff. Engine support bar. And we're gonna jam it all up in the front tomorrow, so you will see that. We're hoping that no hiccups go there. We can get this car at least sitting on the ground tomorrow that's highly desirable.
Set some ride height and go from there.
Woohoo, we're flying today. So, day 2 of weekend 3. Got the motor supported. Harbor Freight for the win. Dan's putting on the other motor mount. The energy, right?
Yep. Energy suspension, poly.
Be nice to do the starter this way if you needed to. I got my side in already. As you can see, the K-member is missing. So, got that pulled out over here. So we got the stock K-member out. These are the new Maximum Motorsports control arms. Nice. Nice, beefy. I don't think we're gonna save much weight with this setup, but front sway bar, end links, bushings. Da 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 da. Oh, new cross support too, huh? Nice. There it is. Not too shabby.
Still pretty beefy.
Still pretty beefy, yeah. Well, it's D-Day, which stands for Down on the Ground Day. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to square up the K-member in the car. We got it in last night. However, it doesn't seem square, but it is a fabricated K-member, so we're going to have to measure it, which we should have done anyway. But we were tired last night, so we didn't do it last night. But it is in. Dan's working on that side, so I'll show you this side. So we're just going to loosen it up and just double check and make sure it's square. Got the new heat exchanger on. What else did we do yesterday? Oil filter relocation kit is on the other side. I guess I'll show you that. Still got to change the thermostat, or did you do that?
No, I didn't do that
So we're gonna drop some plumb bobs and see if this thing's square and start putting it back together. Once we get the K-member square, it should be only a couple hours really to get the front suspension back on it. We gotta put the brakes on it, front suspension, then we can put it on the ground, then we'll put the front bumper back on it, make sure everything's good there. The only real project after that we have is we gotta mount the catch can. So we will show you, we'll keep you updated for the rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Good evening. So this is weekend 3, we're wrapping it up. It's Sunday night, 10 o'clock. We actually have full-time jobs.
Yeah, sadly.
So working on our own cars don't pay any bills. However, we did get day 2 or 6 or whatever wrapped up on Dan's car. We actually got pretty far. We did get stumped. We'll show you where we got stumped in just a second, but let's show you what we accomplished this weekend because we didn't really bring you a huge update yesterday. So just to kind of show you where we are, let's check it out. Well, first thing you'll notice, the hood is back on the car. That's a huge step. We just did that. That feels good. There's no blanket on the hood or on the roof. The car is disgustingly filthy.
Oh, yeah.
Dan cries every night when he leaves.
That's for sure, yeah.
He's like, oh my god, my car's so dirty. And I'm like, just look at this one and you'll feel better. So in the back, brakes are all done, coilovers are in, you guys saw that, sway bar, end links are in, done, brake lines are done, tight. Everything back here is done, all the fittings are greased. Cables ran, lines ran, everything zip tied, tied up. We'll run along the bottom so you can see all the fuel lines. Now it's an E85 car, and Floor thinks ahead, really put a fuel pressure gauge on pre-filter, which is a pretty good idea, and it holds pressure pretty well. We have no leaks. Moving up to the front on what we actually did this weekend is the tubular K-member install, front coilovers, front sway bar, catch can install, which is pretty slick, heading over here, and the oil relocation kit. And even Dan's anal, he got the factory splash shield back in, which is nice. Solid steering shaft.
Motor mounts.
Energy motor mounts.
Trans mount too.
Oh yeah, trans mounts redone with stiflers. Now in here, this is where we hit our hiccup. The Maximum Motorsports bump steer kit requires a 5/8 through bolt. And if you've worked on a Mustang before, if you haven't, that's not how the factory spindle's set up. It's actually set up for a tapered, well, tie rod end, typical. This does not, so we have to get those machined out. Let's take a look underneath the hood. Didn't do much under here, some cosmetic stuff, but you can see how we ran the catch can lines. Didn't want to run filters because everybody runs filters. We want to make it a little cleaner. But you guys saw the engine bay in the previous videos. All we have left to do up here is that there's an idler pulley that's got some squeakage to it, so we are going to fix that.
Sadly, it's on the inner belt, which will take a whole lot longer to do.
Yeah, so we're pretty much just going to replace them all, right?
Yeah, since we're there.
Since we're there. Famous last words at Streetcar.
While we're in there.
Yeah. While we're there, let's just add triple the bill. This side, standard. Did go to the big air mass airflow sensor. Tubular K-member, you saw that on the other side. He put bigger lines on the intercooler pump. Clean the air filters, small stuff like that. Alright, show you the spindle issue. So this one stumped us. Now, Maximum Motorsports, if you've ordered anything from them, their directions are like 300 pages long. So even if you do read directions, there's a lot to read. We don't even read them until we get stumped. But had we done it in advance, pro tip, read the directions in advance, we would have known that this still would have came with the same issue since we didn't start in the front till this weekend. Right, so here's our issue. That hole there needs to be drilled out to a 5/8 hole. So we're gonna blast this heat shield off in the morning, go take it to a machine shop. We could do it by hand, but that's kind of rigging it. We wanna make sure we have a fixture that's keeping it straight and gets it perfect, so. It's worth a couple bucks to have the machine shop do it, make sure it's right. Then we'll reattach the dust shields to them. Then we can finally maybe put it on the ground. I don't want to say for sure because then we won't for sure. But we just want to thank you guys again for watching us on the 3rd episode of Dan's car, 4th maybe. We really look forward to getting it down. We are hoping to get it aligned tomorrow.
Which sadly it's not going to happen,
Unlikely.
as you can see. But whatever, almost 11.
Yeah, we're kind of dicked, but
Yeah.
Oh well, so we're not going to get it aligned tomorrow. Sometime this week it'll get aligned. We were hoping to get it tuned. We want to get it to the streetcar brawl that's coming up this Friday, June whatever, 15th. But I don't think, I don't know. Just I don't want to give up yet because we still have a whole week to catch up. But I just am not sure if it's going to get there.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Hopefully, it'd be awesome.
But in 3 weeks, and we'll do a wrap up video at the end. But just to take it all in where we're at. In 3 weekends, grand total of 9 days, we completely stripped everything off the car aside from the engine out of it. But it was hanging there with nothing underneath it. And then put it all back together and changed every single component. Only ran into a couple snags, and it's going to be back on the ground and hopefully, if not running, ready to be tuned so it can be running.
Yep.
But thank you guys again for checking in with Streetcar Shenanigans. We're happy you guys are watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Comment below. What do you guys think of the 03 Cobra? How's it coming together? What would have you changed? I know all you guys got $1 million in the bank, so what have you done differently? In my opinion, I think you got the best of everything on this car.
Tried. Yeah.
Maybe a bigger blower.
Later.
But that's coming soon. Yeah, right. So, anyway, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Nick. This is Dan.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.